Hi students, I welcome you all to my class. Students, today we are going to learn our supplementary reading, the lesson, The New Flower, written by Ruskin Bond. Before going to the lesson, I tell you this lesson story. Okay, let's start? Yes. So the lesson, The New Flower, is the writer Ruskin Bond's life experiences. Right? So it is about the writer and a little girl named Usha. While roaming in hills of Missouri, they both discover a new flower that both could not recognize. The writer says that one of the most delightful experiences of walking in the hills. So he is coming across an unusual and a little known flower. The writer had been roaming about the hills of Missouri. So it was Yugadi, first day of Hindu calendar. And he feels that it's still a mid-winter on the Himalayas. He was climbing up the step road to his cottage. Okay, a 9 years old little girl named Usha. I already told you about the girl, right? Yes. So she was returning from school. She hurries past him up in the hill. So when the writer joins her uphill, she points to a flower blooming along the path. So when she points a new flower along their path and says that it was a new flower. So the flower was a butter yellow blossom and stood out like a bright star against the drab winter grass. So the author had no idea what its name might be, where Usha insists that she will pluck the flower for him. But the writer refuses her, saying that it may be the only one growing there, and if they leave it there, it may be bear some seeds. That night it rained. The next day the writer walked up the road expecting to see the flower again, but it had disappeared in the storm. But two other flowers had blossomed. So they looked as if the two tiny stars had fallen to at night. Now fallen to at night. The following day, the writer showed Usha the fresh blossoms. 2 days later, the writer saw goats grazing nearby. He was afraid that the goat may eat the flowers, right? And tried to shoo them away. When a goat gave him a baleful look, he backed away. He recalled an incident where one of his grandfather's goat had pushed a visiting official into a bed of Nashville. So Usha comes to his rescue and drives away the goats with her pretty blue umbrella. The flowers were saved. As summer advanced, the flowers disappeared, and the writer forgot all about them. Soon winter returned with cold winds blowing from all directions. So one day, the writer heard Usha calling him from hillside. He saw her standing behind a little cluster of a golden star-shaped flower. So she enchanted by the sight because he helped to save them from the goats that right? So now there were several of such flowers all over the hillside. So the author confesses that he does not their name, but Usha tells him she had always seen them growing in her village on the next mountain, and people call it Basant, which means spring. Okay, so the writer is disappointed to realize that they were, after all, not. Then the discoverers of a new species, but their disillusionment. So flowers had flourished in adversity. The writer wishes that they may thrive and multiply. So students, this is the story about the new flower. Let's see about your text, the supplementary reading, The New Flower, written by Ruskin Bond. Just I read the lesson, follow that, page number 130, and you have to read it again 2 more times. Okay?
The New Flower, Ruskin Bond. One of the most delightful experiences of walking in the hills is coming across unusual, little known flowers. It was the first day of spring, according to the Hindu calendar, but here in the Himalayas, it still seemed midwinter. A cold wind hummed and whistled through the pines, while dark rain clouds were swept along by the west wind only to be thrust back by the east wind. I was climbing the steep road to my cottage at the top of the hill when I was overtaken by 9 years old Usha hurrying back from school. She had tied a scarf around her head to keep her hair from blowing. Dark hair and eyes and pink cheeks were all brought out by the patches of snow still lying on the hillside. It was a single butter yellow blossom, and it stood out like a bright star against the drab winter grass. I had not seen anything like it before and had no idea what its name might be. No doubt its existence was recorded in some botanical tome. However, for me, it was a new discovery. Shall I pick it for you? Asked Usha. No, don't, I said. It may be the only one. If we break it, there may not be any more. Let's leave it there and see if it seeds. We scrambled up the slope and examined the flower more closely. It was very delicate and soft petal, looking as if it might fall at any moment. It will be finished if it rains, said Usha. And it did rain that night. Rain mingled with sleet and hail. It rattled and swished on the tin roof. But in the morning the sun came out. I walked up the road without really expecting to see the flower again, and Usha had been right. The flower had disappeared in the storm. 2 other birds, unnoticed by us the day before, had opened. It was as though 2 tiny stars had fallen to earth in the night. I did not see Usha that day, but the following day, when we met on the road, I showed her the fresh blossoms. They were still there. 2 days later, when I passed by, but so were 2 goats grazing on the short grass and thorny thickets of the slope. I had no idea if they were partial to these particular flowers, but I did know that goats would eat almost anything and I was taking no chances. Scrambling up the steep slope, I began to shoo them away. One goat retreated, but the other lowered its horns, gave me a baleful look, and refused to move. It reminded me a little of my grandfather's pet goat, who had once pushed a visiting official into a bed of Nazism. So I backed away. Just then, Usha came along and, seizing up the situation, came to the rescue. She unfurled her pretty blue umbrella and advanced on the goat, shouting at it in goat language. She had her own goats at home. The beast retreated, and the flowers were saved. As the days grew warmer, the flowers faded and finally disappeared. I got all about them, and so did Usha. There were lessons and exams for her to worry about, and rent and electricity bills to occupy our writer's thoughts. The months passed, summer and autumn came and went, with their own more showy blooms. And in no time at all, winter returned with cold winds blowing from all directions. One day, I heard Usha calling to me from the hillside. Looked up and saw her standing behind a little cluster of golden star-shaped flowers, an enchanting sight for one who had played a small part in keeping them alive. Where there had been one flowering plant, there were now several. Usha and I wondered if the entire hillside would be covered with the flowers in a few years' time. I still do not know that botanical name for a little flower. I cannot remember long Latin names anyway, but Usha tells me that she has seen it growing near her father's village on the next mountain, and that the hill people call it Basant, which means spring. Although I am just a little disappointed that we are not, after all, the discoverers of a new species. This is outweighed by our pleasure in knowing that the flower flourished in adversity. May it multiply.
Students, in this video, last class, what I taught you, the nature's friend question answers also is there, and this lesson supplementary reading question answers also is there. So you have to copy that PDF to classroom. Okay, write neatly, and when you say to submit, you have to keep it ready. Okay, I hope you understand and you definitely enjoyed this story, The New Flipper. Thank you.